Hi everybody, my name is Tanya Scurry. I'm the medical director for Body and Mind Medical Weight Loss Center. I haven't made a video for the clinic in probably a year. The first video that I made was just describing why I started the clinic. And I'll talk about that in a moment. Just to give you a little background, we are located in Ontario, California. We're off the 10 freeway on the corner of Milliken and Brickell. We're a medical weight loss clinic. We don't provide HCG. We don't do lipotropic injections. It's a completely different concept of trying to help people manage their weight. The reason I started the clinic revolves around my being 500 pounds and miserable prior to December 2012. In July 2011, my mother died abruptly, and I'm an only child. It was hard, to put it mildly, and my eating got out of control. I'm an emotional eater. I sense that many of us are. Happy, sad, mad, glad, doesn't matter. Fortunately, I had a friend who helped me put a stop to that. She made my breakfast and lunch for several months. I lost about 70 pounds. I was amazed. I'd never lost that amount of weight in my life. And I tried a lot of programs. It was with the end goal of preparing for weight loss surgery, which I had in December 2012 in Federal Way, Washington. I went to Federal Way, Washington because I found the doctor that I thought was the best doctor for the job. I had a surgery called the duodenal switch, which is a surgery that's usually reserved for those that are morbidly or super morbidly obese. Not the nicest term in the world, but it's a medical term. Had never had surgery in my life, and I was scared to death. I thought I was going to die. But I knew I would die if I didn't do something. I couldn't breathe walking 5 feet. And I was what they called healthy obese for a lot of years, or I told myself that. I had no life. I had to buy 2 airline seats, never went anywhere, never went to a supermarket because I couldn't walk around, and I was embarrassed. I had surgery. I actually, before surgery, cried in the preparation area, in the pre-op area. And my surgeon, lovely man, Dr. Srikanth, I urge you to look him up if you are considering weight loss surgery and you don't mind leaving the state. As I said, I was crying in the pre-op area, and he said, "Why are you crying, Dr. Scurry? You should be happy. You're going to be fine." I was in surgery for about 7 hours. Fortunately, I had no pain post-op. A lot of nausea, though. God, I hate nausea. Jesus. But he managed things very well. I did have one complication. When they were pulling out my stomach, a little piece got caught. So I actually had a little hole in my stomach that needed to be cleaned out. And the same friend who made my breakfast and lunch, she got tagged for that duty. Almost lost her, I think, doing that. She was with me for 3 weeks. Left her husband for 3 weeks. Sacrificed a lot to be my surgery buddy. We stayed in a hotel for 3 weeks. So fast forward to now. I have a clinic. I'm going to be about as narcissistic as hell right now. It's a beautiful clinic. I welcome anybody who's in our area to come to our clinic. It doesn't even look like a clinic. It looks like your house. Actually, it's better looking than my house. We have a gym. It was a requirement for me. We have a waterfall. We have a fountain, actually, in the reception area. I wanted people to feel as welcome as if they were coming into my house. My whole goal as a doctor is to take care of people. You know, that whole Hippocratic Oath thing. I take it seriously. However, this week and last week are very troubling to me. As part of having this clinic, it's necessary for me to market, and that is something I'm not used to. I've normally worked for the government as a psychiatrist. I'm an addiction psychiatrist by trade. Been a psychiatrist for over a decade, and I enjoy what I do. So the marketing part, because I'm now a business owner, is necessary. It's a necessary evil. And part of marketing for a clinic is approaching other providers to let them know you're in the area and the services that you offer. Now keep in mind that the rate of obesity and folks that are overweight, most statistics say 30%. I disagree. I think we're pushing 40 to 50% of us are struggling with our weight. And it's not just adults, it's our children, which to me is unacceptable. Gotta call it the way I see it. I was a heavy kid. Came from a heavy family. We didn't know any better. But now we do. And as doctors, we do. And if we don't, we best get going and start learning about the causes of obesity and the treatments for obesity. And stop with this line that you treat it by giving someone a diet and telling them to go to the 24-hour fitness or the fitness 19 or cut back on this and don't do that. That's absurd. It's insulting. Before I was a doctor, I was a patient. I'm still a patient. I have a doctor, kind of. And I am angry right now because I've lived it. 45 years of it. I've lived with the there, the hand on the knee, this is what you need to do, without having a full understanding of what it's like to be overweight and obese. What are the causes of it? We know a heck of a lot more now than we did even a year ago. And it is up to us as providers. And some physicians don't like being called a provider. Get over it. You're providing care. Nurse practitioners, physician assistants, whoever you are, psychologists, therapists, it is up to us to be front and center to take care of people. Now, I am not dismissing personal responsibility here at all. I'm not dismissing denial at all. What I am angry about is this concept that many of the physicians have, or their offices have, that they're treating something. Now let's just back up and pick this apart a little bit. We know what can occur with excess weight. And when I say weight, I mean fat. I'm sorry if people don't like that word, but I mean fat. I mean adipose tissue. That is what's causing disease. Like my mother used to say, I did not invent it. I'm the bearer of the funky news. It is what it is. Fat is causing disease. Diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol. So the goal of weight management is to lose fat. Pounds on the scale, that's made up of a lot of stuff. Water, bone, muscle, fat. So we need to lose fat. And we need to be able to tell our patients, instruct them, educate them in longer than a 2 or 3 minute visit on how we can help them do that. So when I go into doctors' offices with our information about how we do that, because, you know, I'm just the fat girl. What do I know? When I talk about the proper nutrition, or when I try to talk about the proper nutrition, the physical activity, the positive motivation, I get met with probably some of the rudest behavior that I've experienced in my lifetime. In the past couple of weeks, my office manager and I have been treated like door-to-door salespeople. And I'm not happy. I'm not happy because that doesn't move anybody forward. There's no communication. There's no discussion. It's just, oh yeah, we treat it and we don't need you. And that's wonderful. If you treat it and you're treating it well and your patients are successful, God bless you. Mazel tov. But I don't believe it. So as I said, let's examine why it may not be in a doctor's best interest to treat you.